This is amazing.
Amazing because I was in Newfoundland and my mom's like, Arlene is on, Arlene is on, because this lady is my mom's favorite drag. And how are you, Arlene Dickinson?
I am really well, thank you very much.
And we're in Chester, Nova Scotia. Now you travel everywhere. What are you thinking? Because I saw you tweet about Halifax Harbour this morning.
Well, you know, I've been to Halifax and Nova Scotia before many times, and I have been to Chester before, but I can tell you that I looked out today and I thought, I can't think of another place in the world that is more breathtakingly beautiful than this piece of the country. It is such a spectacular day. It's such a great cause. I mean, kind of all of the forces came together, and it just made me feel like, actually, I think what I tweeted this morning was, we have such a beautiful country, sea to sea. And this is one example of exactly how wonderful Canada is.
Now, where are you from? I don't even know.
I'm from South Africa originally.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
So you really have been everywhere.
I have been around, but I am a hand over heart Canadian. Raised in Calgary for most of my life, but I live between Calgary and Toronto now. So.
Okay, very good. Yeah, and I'm not kidding when I say my mom is like, and I mean, we're really hooked on the show. I don't know if I've gleaned any business sense from it, but it's so.
Look at you, you're doing a business.
It's wonderful to watch. Give me like one piece of advice that I can move forward into the future with. Let's just say I'm starting a business. Just give me some.
Give you something? I would say to you not to give up hope, because at the end of the day, when you're running a business, you can get exhausted and you can run out of money and you can sometimes feel very alone in it. But when you start believing in yourself and stop having hope that you're going to be able to make it through, that's when you start to deteriorate. So as an entrepreneur, I think the number one thing we have to do is believe in ourselves, make sure that we keep getting up every day with hope, but not with blind passion, but with passion.
Right. And I don't sleep at all. Like
that's very entrepreneurial.
Sleep deprivation and coffee is what's keeping me going. Okay, so now you're back this fall, and I wonder too, let me ask you this before we wrap up, because you do put your money on the line and you invest. What's been your happiest moment in terms of your investment of all of the folks that have presented to you on the Dragon's Den? Has there been one that you...
You know, I've been asked a lot of questions, and that's the first time I've been asked that. What was my happiest moment?
Well, because it's not always the one that's made you the most money, though, right?
No, you know, we've had some people that have, I can tell you that I have given more, less invested and more kind of just helped, that have made me feel very good about just being successful and being able to do something meaningful for somebody. So there are, so when somebody asks me what's my best moment in life, I always say it is about all the things that lead up to a moment in life. And so that's true on the show as well. There are so many points in time that I feel good about what we're doing. I'd say outside of the show, that the happiest moment for me is when a young child comes up to me, and says, you know what, I love your show and I'm going to be an entrepreneur one day. Nice. That makes me feel good.
Yeah, well, very good. Well, you're definitely an inspiration to me, and I'm trying to get my game on. If I could just balance my checkbook, Arlene, I'd be all right.
Isn't it just when, you mean if you run out of checks, that means you don't run out of money, eh?
Okay, so this fall, you're back at it. Now there's a chair empty, am I right about that?
No, Bruce Croxon has joined the team, and he was the founder of Lava Life.
Nice.
So interesting background, had one of the earliest startup online companies in Canada, very successful. Now does many other things. He's a great addition to the show. I love working with him.
And would you say he's kind or harsh?
I would say he is very fair and very, sometimes when he talks, I think, that's what I was thinking. So that's how I would leave it at that.
So he knows what he's talking about.
Well, and I think he's fair. How's that? I like to think I'm fair, so I think he's fair.
Indeed. Well, it's so very nice to meet you.
Great to meet you as well.
And Arlene,
get some sleep.
Try.
Balance your checkbook. Quit spending.
You have to have it to spend.
You have to leave us alone. I have to talk for a minute.
My dad will be like, oh my